show stage, and we hope everybody had a wonderful Easter weekend. Today I'm here with you with Diego. Diego is a blue and gold macaw. He is about 13 years old, so he's still very young for macaws, but we're going to show off some of their natural behaviors. We love encouraging our animals to do lots of natural behaviors for us, so we'll see if Diego will step up for us. There we go. We're going to set him down here. We're going to give him a second, see if he wants to climb up that rope. So what this is going to do is give him an opportunity to showcase some of those natural behaviors. These guys are wonderful climbers, so you can see Diego uses those feet along with that beak, and he has no problem climbing right up that rope for us. Good job, Diego. So if you look at his feet, you might be able to get a fairly decent look at them, but he has two toes that point forwards and two that point backwards. This is called zygodactyl. That's a really fancy word that just talks about the orientation of the toes on his foot, and that allows them to climb really, really well up in the treetops. So he's munching on that peanut right now. In a minute, we'll see if we get some questions about Diego or about any of our macaws in general. Once you guys can come back to the zoo, he can be found out on exhibit every day, pretty much, out in the center of the zoo. So he loves visiting with our guests. These birds are very social, so we spend a lot of time with these guys, being their flock, basically. So we spend a lot of time talking to them, interacting with them, making sure that their social needs are fulfilled here at the zoo. Right. Anything?
Oh, I have a question.
You have a question?
How many pounds of pressure are in his beak?
That's a good question. I think most studies I've seen have pointed at around 1,000 pounds of pressure in that beak. So very, very strong. I have a pecan here actually. I'll hand him once he gets all the way to the top of that rope. And you guys can see just how easily he can crack through the hard shell of this pecan. This is one of their favorite treats. They love hard nuts. They love cracking into these really hard nuts because they have the best stuff inside.
Does Diego have a favorite sound?
A favorite sound? He does really like music. Sometimes we'll play music for him in the back. He likes things that are really upbeat, and jazz is a big favorite for him. One of our highest macaws as well.
Ava would like to know if he was born in a zoo or rescued in the wild.
Actually, neither. So Diego, unfortunately, he was a pet previous to coming here to the zoo. His owner apparently could not take care of him anymore. We do like to discourage people from getting these guys as pets. They are very complex animals to take care of as a pet. They require a lot of attention. They have about the intelligence of a 2 to 3-year-old human for their entire lifespan. Diego here is only 13, but on average they can live up to about 50 or 60 years old. So if you can imagine taking care of a 2-year-old for 60 years, there you go. So he was a pet previously. There are many parrot rescues though, so if there is anybody that is trying to rehome a parrot, there are many parrot rescues here in Florida that are usually very good about taking those birds in.
What is his species status in the wild?
These guys are fairly common in the wild. There are more endangered species of macaws, so I believe they are.
Puzzles.
And he solved puzzles. We've done some food puzzle feeders for him, and he usually figures those out. Usually he goes the brute force route and just destroys things. So not sure how good he would be at actually solving a technical puzzle like a crow or a jay might be able to.
Who is his favorite keeper?
His favorite keeper, I believe it's me. He does scream very loudly when he sees me coming throughout the park. So I think it's me, but Kaylee, who's asking our questions, is probably a close second. But he does work very well with all of his keepers.
What do they eat?
What do they eat? So in the wild, they're going to eat lots of fruits and nuts. They're even going to chew on the branches of the trees that they might be living in. Here at the zoo, they get fed a pelleted diet that is specially formulated for macaws and parrots. And then they also get these wonderful nuts in their diet every day, as well as seeds a few times a week and lots of fresh produce. One interesting fact about these guys, if you look at Diego's face, you can see those nice little black feathers on the skin of his face. They all have a unique pattern to those feathers, so they're almost like fingerprints. So they can identify each other just by looking at these patterns of the feathers.
Where did they come from?
They're from South and Central America. Every species of macaw or parrot has its own range within those areas. But for the most part, most of our macaws and parrots can be found in Central and South America. We have one more question.
Yep, so we're going to do one more question.
All right.
This is going to be a group one because a couple people have asked this one. Can they talk?
Can they talk? They absolutely can talk. They learn to talk just like humans do. So through repetition, they will learn different words or phrases. Diego says hi and hello and different phrases like that. He's one of our more quiet macaws, but they certainly can learn how to talk. So thank you guys for joining us for Zoo to You today. We hope you enjoyed this and have a great afternoon.